People wear hats because they want to like show something about their individuality at this point. It didn't used to be like that. It used to be not wearing a hat was how you showed your individuality. But at this point, there's so few people wearing them that you want to like, they could be expressive through it. So if you're walking down the street and you're about to have the same hat as 2,000 other people that bought that same hat, I mean, it's about to be awkward when you run into them at a party. I was first drawn to hats when I was a little boy. The only heirloom that I had of on my father's side was a Stetson open road from probably the 70s, maybe even earlier. And this hat lived in my father's closet, like on the top shelf, and I used to go and sneak in whenever he was out of the house, and I would stack chair on top of chair like I was going for the cookie jar, and I would get up there and I would touch that hat. But it struck me that even at that young age, that there was something that hats carry, which makes sense considering that traditions across the world have used hats, right, apparel, a clothing item, to demarcate the holy from the mundane, to protect this like very energetically sensitive part of our bodies, right? Like Jews wear a yarmulke to like remember that God is above them. You know, they have a cardinal hat. Just through every spiritual tradition, more or less, has something to do with hats. And I also started realizing as I was doing medicine work to try to get, you know, a little bit of help from my dad, that medicine people, you know, roadmen in Native American church, and that there's a lot of them wear hats. And I started to kind of deepen my understanding more and more of like what it is about hats that's so special, energetic, you know, and so important energetically. I mean, there's the obvious answer, right? That there's just like a lot of waste in the world, and a lot of just like unnecessary disposable stuff. And when you get a hat made like this, it's gonna last forever. All this leather that I use is like, this all came from purses, right? This is all reused leather. I've been to tons of hat factories in my life. This hat that I'm making you, with the right equipment, could be made in 3 minutes. How long have we been spending on this hat?
About 3 hours.
About 3 hours, at least. And it'll feel different. It's gonna feel way different when this hat winds up on your head. It's not gonna feel like something that you bought at a store, made in some far off factory, right? Because these things all carry energy. And that's the idea of a medicine, is that it's like actually medicine for your life.